and welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Eric. I'm once again with,
Angel, hi.
and no Derek, but we're bringing you One Life to Live.
Yeah.
He is ill this week, so he cannot be with us. But we'll
And
bring you some
nobody's
more
taking
One Life.
over his role. We can't do an announcement that the role of Dirk will now be played by
No one.
no one.
Tommy will roll the credits and we'll chat. All right. So this was a fun week or month, whatever it is that we're
Yeah,
watching.
week, month, whatever we watched
It was
it.
fun edits. A lot of
I was actually going to like lie to you and say that I didn't watch it, but I definitely did watch this.
I was gonna say you better watch it.
No, I watched it because there was one specific part that appeared in Michael Zaslow's memorial during I
Hmm.
want to say the soap opera awards.
Right. What year?
Yeah, the one
When
part.
they died?
Yeah, the year after he died. I think that would have been would have been 90, early '99 when they came on.
Okay. So that's the storyline we'll start with. Dirk tells David that Vicky and Clint are in town, but there's nothing he can do. He's not gonna let them see him, whatever. Do
Hmm.
what you're told or else. Richard thinks he knows Craig, who Craig is. He has a flashback of talking to some guy. Was he in a war? I don't even know where they were.
It's like a little war or something. Or I have no idea. I have no clue. I have to rewind it to figure out what was going
Right.
on.
And Craig is a clean cut guy, but in the
Mhm.
flashback he has like facial hair all here and like a hat. I
I think
wouldn't
he
have
had
been able to
glasses when
tell.
he took off the glasses.
I wouldn't have been able to tell it was him, but he had glasses on in Current, didn't he? Craig has glasses, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he takes them off. We'll get to it, but like he takes them off, and that's how Richard remembers.
Is that when he remembers him? I would not
Yeah,
remember him because I thought he looked really different with facial hair. But anyway, it's not me. It's this. He has a better memory than I do, I guess. Um. So yeah, he thinks he knows who Craig is, and uh, Gwen says that David can see. I think her name's Gwen.
I
Says that
forgot.
David can see Jenny after the conference, even though they don't know where Jenny is. I think they're still one of them's trying to still fake it.
They
Vicky
make it.
visits Jenny at the monastery or church, wherever she's at. Tells
It
her
was
she's
a
pregnant
church.
because
That's
she
true.
didn't she hasn't been around, so she didn't know that Vicky was pregnant. She's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have
Hmm.
traveled here. You shouldn't. Why you're pregnant." Um, David kind of plays Gwen. He like comes on to her like, "I want to stroke your
Hmm.
hair like I do Jenny," and it's a little creepy and awkward, and she falls for it. Um, I guess
Mine
she's
is
attracted
younger.
to him. Yeah, and he reaches in her pocket and grabs her little pistol, and I thought this was probably one of the worst fights that I've ever seen on a soap. It looked very rehearsed and like slow motion. It was not. It wasn't pretty. Um, So yeah, dude comes in and gets the gun off David because I guess David doesn't know how to shoot because when you like just shoot somebody, like what are you
Yeah,
doing? You're
right.
like these people don't know how to get away. I don't know how he was like um what are they called? A traitor to his
Trader.
country. Yeah, like I don't understand how you were if you can't even get shoot somebody. Shoot the gun while you're fighting. I don't understand. Um Richard asked Craig if he was in Berlin. I guess that's where he maybe remembered him
Yeah,
from. And Craig's like, no, never been there. Don't know what you're talking about.
never been there in my life.
Um,
No, never.
Dorian is like, what's up, Richard? What's going on? Like, what are you doing? David gets the gun again. Dirk comes in with a gun to stop him.
Hmm.
Again, these fight scenes were not good. Normal. I don't know. I didn't think they were great. It felt very
Forgot all
choreographed.
about
Like
them.
it's like you punch him here. He's like, ooh, like I don't know. It was just really slow. It was
Like
weird.
ooh ah ah.
Yeah, it was like a Batman, but other Batman was better. I feel like.
Well, that was that's my reference.
Vicky Vicky tells Jenny she got to get her out of here. Got to get you to the press conference. I guess once she gets free, they're able to get David, and they should be able to get out of there.
Mhm.
The bad guys stop Vicky and a nun. She has like a nun, and she was, I guess, testing it to see if it would work,
Yeah.
to see if she could sneak her out as a nun. But they're like onto her, so they don't get her out yet. Richard mentions Craig may be an agent to Dorian. Dorian's like, oh, that would make sense, because he's been with like Cassie, trying to befriend her, and
Mhm.
like all this stuff. So he's kind of in town, like keep an eye on everybody. Vicky gets back with Clint and Brad. They talk about how to get Jenny out of the church. Vicky meets with Cassie. I like how they did that too. It was very like spies. Like if this guy doesn't follow me in here, meet me in that coffee shop or whatever, or
Yeah.
place to get a dress. It was like a dress shop or whatever. Um, Very like cloak and dagger type
Yeah.
mystery, espionage, James Bond. Um,
Snoop.
Craig sees
Or
Rob.
MI5 in USA.
Craig sees Rob about Cassie. He's worried about her. Connie interrupts Vicky and uh, Cassie. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Connie interrupts. That's at home with Rob and all that. Vicky and Cassie make a plan. Jenny asks if there's any way out of the church. Like, is there any underground caverns I can hide in or whatever? There's not,
Mhm.
which I'm surprised at. I feel like Italy would have them, but maybe not. I don't know. Rob worries about Cassie because they're recently divorced, and
Mhm.
he still cares about her. They both care about each other. It ended on, I guess, decent terms. Craig searches to see if Cassie went to Vienna. He finds out that she went as Connie. He figures it out. He's like, why would she go under that name? Oh, he's like, oh, she stole the
Oh,
passport.
enough for like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cassie's smart. I really like this Cassie. I'm kind of glad this storyline finished with this Cassie because I know she gets changed
Yeah.
soon. Vicky and Clint get to the recital. That's David's recital that he's supposed to have the press conference and do all that talking and whatever.
Mhm.
Dorian's calling for Cassie. Connie comes and says to call Vienna. Pam was helping with Herb's campaign, we find out, so Herb is on for a minute.
Mhm.
Asa supports Pete. Pam supports Herb, so I guess there's a conflict there for them too.
Conflict of interest. Yep.
That I don't know if we see, or I don't know what we're seeing and what's getting
Yeah, I
cut
don't
or
think we'll
not.
see that.
It almost feels like a movie. It's like a One Life to Live movie, but like not everything's in it.
Yeah.
It's really weird, but it's fun to watch. At least we have something from those times.
Yeah.
Brad tells Asa and Pam about Craig. They talk about the code name Firefly. Of course, there's code names involved. Very cloak and dagger. Connie tells Dorian about Cassie. Dorian fires her, then apologizes. I feel like they both. I don't know. It's complicated. They're weird. I don't know what's happening with them
Yeah.
because I feel like Connie's like, I would fire you if I could. And, like I don't know. They're just
Why
trying to
not
like figure
quit?
things out. Yeah, like what? Brad gets Jenny to the concert hall. They force David to leave. Gwen says the concert is delayed. Clint gets up on stage. He starts having a riot up there. He causes a scene. Gwen says David is ill. She's acting like she's Jenny. Things are getting wild.
Yeah. Which was
Cassie
funny
joined.
because
Okay.
Asa was saying like why didn't Vicky stop the concert? But it turned out that it was his son Clint. So
Yeah, Vicky was trying to save Jenny.
mhm.
Cassie joins Clint on stage. Richard, back in Landview, wishes he went to Vienna. He's like, I should have went and been a part of all this. Connie and Dorian talk. Um, I like that Connie said like he's my lover. I should have gone with him. I'm like,
Mhm.
nobody says that. Like, no, nobody talks like that.
Yeah.
Um, the concert should have happened. Cassie says Gwen is a phony.
Mhm.
Um, She tells,
Runs right into in her nun outfit.
yeah, with her nun outfit on. She tells Gwen she will help with money, her money and freedom. I think she's just trying to like be on her side to like,
Uh-huh. Like to
get
kind
in
of
with them.
not necessarily be a double agent, but more so like say like, hey, I'll give you this and for you to do that. You don't want to be a part of these people, right?
Yeah, like right. Um, Gwen says she will get David back if she will help her. Cassie doesn't believe her. Asa wants to shoot people. I think he said at one point. um, Dorian gets Cassie on the phone. She's worried about her. Or not on the phone. I don't remember what that was.
No,
Ooh.
Dorian and Cassie do speak on the phone.
They did speak on the phone? All
Yeah,
right.
because but it was in the middle of all of this, and then Cassie hangs up.
Oh, okay. And she said, I think she said she's worried about Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Rob distracts Craig. I think they're trying to like mess with Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for Brad. Dorian and
Yeah.
Connie talk. I don't think anything happened with that. Brad, Jenny, Cassie, Brad. Brad finds Jenny at the train station. This is all the train crazy crap that was going on. Like they really did take advantage of their when
Yeah,
they
they're
went there. I
settled.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, because because oh my gosh, it's probably the top maybe, and I've only really seen 3 train scenes that I like. So there was let's see, I'll put this at number 3. Number 2 is when Rafe leaves town, I guess on a Angel train or something on Port Charles, and Allison runs after him
Angel
and he
Train.
gets off the train. And I'm guessing it was an Angel train because I'm forgetting. I think it was at the beginning of one of the arcs. And then, of course, Jesse and Angie reunite on All My Children.
Oh, that's number one, of
That's a great
course.
one. That's the number 1.
Love them.
Love them so much.
Um, Dorian says Brad isn't worth it. Rob and Craig talk while Richard listens. Vicky, Clint, and Cassie wait to see what's up. Cassie thinks David is dead. Brad and Jenny run around looking for David. She chases the train to Prague, but doesn't get on it. Because I
Hmm.
think that's when she sees them. Doesn't she see David on the train?
Yeah, she sees him in the train to
But
Prague.
she's just running. She runs pretty quick.
She really
I wouldn't
does.
have been. I would have been like,
I'd be like,
right. Richard goes to Craig. Brad tells Vicky and crew about David. Um, get Jenny to the border. I was so confused with that. They were like, get Jenny to the border and everything should be fine. I guess once they're out of that country, I don't know. I don't know how it works. The storyline. It's
nah,
very like Born
I might have to
Identity.
get my
I don't.
book. I know I keep saying that.
Get the damn book. Um, Craig's like,
Over
leave me
there somewhere.
alone. What are you doing? We've then they page Max Gunther, which I guess is his
Mm.
real name. And he gives like a look like, oh shit. Um, David flips on Dirk, says he's getting off the train. David tries to escape again. They fight. They end up handcuffing David to the train. David
Oh
sucks.
man,
Like, is
no,
he just not a
He's
fighter?
not a Roger Thorpe.
He's not a fighter at all. Like, I guess, I don't know.
I feel like Roger Thorpe would have fought.
Right? I feel like everybody else would have gotten out of the
Yeah,
situation by now. Um,
actually, Roger would be the one putting people in that situation. So
yeah, right, for sure. I like how David acted though. He didn't care if he lived or died at this point. He's over this shit. He's like, kill
I'm
me. I don't
done.
care. Like, whatever.
I don't care.
Richard fills Herb in on Craig being a spy. David tells the conductor to call the police. Of course, the conductor believes Dirk. Dirk's like, oh, he's mental,
Mhm.
like, he's a patient, and they believe Dirk over him. Of
Uh,
course.
of
Cassie
course.
Cassie tries to sway the paparazzi, what's going on, and they don't
Hmm.
believe her. I'm like, what? Yeah, I guess they believe their own country's people. I don't know. I don't understand this story 100%.
Me
Um,
neither.
Asa wants the David story printed, and so does Dorian, but then Richard kind of sways him against it. So then he's like, okay, we're not going to run the story. Dorian's like, oh, all right. And she's going to run her own story. She's going to figure out. So she's into.
Dorian just always wants to run her own story.
But Asa was an idiot because he said it himself. He's like, oh, well, thanks for letting that go so easily. I feel like he should have been like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Maybe not so easily. She
Yeah.
does have her own TV station. Um, So Asa gets swayed not to. Dorian plans on running it. We know. I didn't even wait to see what happened because I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yep.
Um, but she acts like she's cool with it, of course. Vicky and Clint race to the train station to save David. And Dirk says he will find Jenny. Vicky and Clint knock guys out to take their uniforms. They didn't show it. I don't know if they did show it. Maybe we missed that
Yeah, that
episode,
would
but apparently
that would be great to
they
see
talked
though.
They talked about it. Yeah, I think it would have been great to see too. Dirk catches Vicky, holds a gun on her. Clint finds David. They fight this dude, and they actually win this time, which is shocking because David doesn't have a good
Yeah.
track record for winning against these people.
Nope.
Uh, Vicky threatens Dirk, and Brad comes in with a bunch of people, and that kind of ends. David and Jenny reunite. Dirk leaves. I don't know. I guess he could get away with it because he's still in his country. So whatever. I don't know, but he gets away.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, Brad holds off the reporters. Asa tells Pam and Richard the good news about Jenny and David. Everything's happy now. Yay. Cassie gets to the station to see David and Jenny. Brad kisses her. I didn't see that coming.
Kisses
Um,
Johnny?
Cassie.
Cassie. Okay, Cassie. Okay, Cassie. Okay.
Yeah, he kissed Cassie. Cassie sees her pa. I guess Herb is there. Dorian goes on TV.
No, no,
She
no.
mentioned,
Remember. Cassie's real father is David.
oh yeah, David. Oh,
Yeah, so it's not Herb. Herb
yeah,
is the one who she has the last
good
name of
catch.
because that's the one who raised her. But
Right,
I'm Derek. I'm sure you can tell you can fill in more. But David is her biological father.
right. So yeah, Cassie saw David. Which I think, I don't know if they were still in Vienna or if they're home. I forget. I think they come home now. Everybody's home like this. It's
Boom.
only a 5 minute plane
Mm-hmm.
ride from Vienna.
Right.
Dorian goes on TV and she mentions that there's some shady shit going on in town, and she mentions the
Hmm.
code name Firefly, all of this stuff.
Uh huh.
We know who you are, she says. So I guess that's going to either lead to something or I don't know. Asa yells at the TV because of what Dorian's doing. Brad and Jenny talk. She's thankful that he came there to help and blah blah blah. Um, David and Jenny are happy and cheesy. Everybody's, it's all good now. Dirk and Craig talk about their evil plans. They still got something going on. Dirk's like, "Hey, Craig, let's let you know this."
Hmm.
But I mean, everybody in Landview is on to them anyway. So I don't, I don't know if they'll still have a problem. Do you think they'll do something? Do you think Craig will
So
grab Cassie or something?
maybe I don't know. So I mean, I know that
Yeah,
I'm sure Derek's going. Our absent friend Derek is going to let us know that maybe Jenny and David are gone. I think this is where they leave
I know they leave in
for
May,
now.
so we are at the end of May.
We were at the end of May,
But
so I
yeah, I'm
think they're
still wondering if there'll be fallout though in Landview with Craig
going
still
to
around.
too.
That's what I'm thinking.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Um, anyway, where was I? Vicky and Clint get home. They see Joey and Kevin. Those kids are so cute, and they have a
They
happy
really are.
reunion. Happy family reunion.
Yeah,
Brad
played by the
comes.
I think it's Kevin that's played by the future General Hospital star Chris McKenna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's Kevin who plays him. I think
When he's
Chris
a
McKenna
kid?
plays Kevin, but yeah, when he's a
Oh,
kid,
man.
yeah,
Oh,
around
that's cool.
1990. Yeah,
That's
because
fun.
like in 1990, all three of the kids got recast. I mean, yeah, spoiler alert, there will be a
Right,
girl,
right.
but
Well,
at the end of this year,
right.
but or is it two girls? Just kidding. It's one. It's one. But
Well, really, it's two.
yeah, really, it's two. But
It's
yeah, and I said
complicated.
all three of them get recast. So and Chris McKenna is recast and like as I want to say it was Kevin. Maybe
Okay.
it was Kevin. Yeah, it might have been Joey.
They aged them a little bit, bumped them up.
Yeah.
Um, Brad comes back. Dee Dee and Joy are there. Connie comes in, so they're reunited with her. Jonathan and Dorian are on. He asks about the Firefly thing. He's like, "What's going on with that?"
Hmm.
We see that Landfair is back to normal from what Tina had made it. I forget what he said. Go
He
ahead.
called it a bordello, and then one
Yeah,
of the kids was like, "What's a bordello?" And then
Vicky's
Vicky
like,
got
"Yeah,
one about
Clint.
it.
Yeah,
Huh?
Clint. What is a bordello?"
Yeah, what
Vicky.
is a bordello?
Um, Connie tells Brad that she would have gone and she would have done what Cassie did. I'm like, whatever. Well, you didn't. Cassie was smarter and got there first. Um, Dee Dee worried. Dee Dee's worried that Brad will hurt Connie. I guess he has a history of hurting people or her. I don't really know there. It seems like it. I guess the way Connie acts, she acts very clingy and I don't know, like annoying with him.
Yeah.
Baron is on.
Hey,
So I
Baron.
wonder I wonder if that storyline's gonna move now or if we missed a bunch of it. I'm not really sure. But he's on with
Yeah.
some guy and he's like, we need this horse race to go whatever, talks about the jockeys. I'm like, okay, so we're back into this storyline.
Yeah, but
Took
you
a
know who
couple months
isn't
off, it
on?
felt like.
But you know who
Who?
isn't on? I mean, Baron's on, but everybody else who is maybe slightly involved in that storyline wasn't on there. Like the black people.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're not. But yeah, I don't know. Are they supposed to be involved though? Like, or were they done?
I don't know because wasn't
I don't
like
know.
Lisa. I think it was. I think the one girl's name was Lisa.
It's her. Yeah, it's his daughter.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
I guess she would be around still,
Yeah.
but but she's mad at her dad, so she wouldn't really be near him. I guess, unless she's
Yeah.
gonna try to find out what's going on with that, with the horse
Mm-hmm.
race stuff, because I know she knows something shady's going on, and so does his ex that he broke up with the girl that he was seeing on the side. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe something will come of it in the next step, hopefully, because I really am interested
Yeah.
in to see
Hopefully.
what the hell's going on with that story. Um, Jonathan basically ends his whatever with Dorian. I guess they were dating, but they never showed them dating as far as we've seen. I mean, they might have, but it was cut.
Hey, wasn't this where with the one with the doll, the guy where
What
she was
the?
like. So remember when she like had a doll
Yes,
wrapped up the last
yes.
time?
She was gonna do something with the doll to like get him to do something
Hmm.
for her or whatever. Yeah. He's like he's busy with his business or whatever. Dorian says she can keep their relationship under wraps. She don't care. She still wants a piece. I
Yeah.
guess he's going to bed. Maybe they banged and we don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Cassie
Did they
returns.
bang back then? I don't know.
Dorian's happy to see Cassie. She tells Cassie about Craig being a spy. Dorian
Hmm.
says she could be in danger, and I think Cassie tries to call Brad but doesn't get through to him, and that's how it ends. Um, and then of course we have Tina and Cord.
Yes.
Tina and Cord are talking about he's a cowboy. He doesn't feel equal with her. They're from different
Hmm.
worlds, but they kiss. There's two annoying guys from the bar or whatever are still
Them.
around. I know. They
Why?
walk in. They walk in on Cord, um, holding Tina, and then it kind of cuts off. But I think that episode just ended because they're continuing in the next scene that they're taunting Tina and Cord.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Cord scares the dudes away. He apologizes for them, but they come back with a pitchfork and then they fight. This was a better fight than
Better fight. Way better fight. Yeah.
better fight than the Vienna fights.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Cord is knocked out. The dude ties him up, and Tina escapes. The dudes bring Tina back. I guess they were gonna rape her there.
Yeah, they
I mean,
attempt to rape her.
um, why would you do it with Cord right there? That first of all,
Well, they thought
that's
he was
weird.
knocked out. They knocked him out.
I guess.
Not saying that like they were justified in doing that,
Oh,
but
right,
they
right.
thought he was not. They honestly thought that he was knocked out. Cord wakes up, and of
Of
course
course.
we get the fight of a lifetime. I love it. I love him. I love him beating up some
This,
rapists.
well, attempted rapist, and I'm sure they raped before because
I'm
they
sure they.
act
I don't
very
know. I'm
rapey.
sure they raped before.
They probably have.
Yeah, it was gonna be
Um,
like, oh my gosh, like it was gonna be two on
yeah,
her. So,
yeah.
and then in 1990, was it 2 or 3? They had the gang rape. So
Oh,
this is
yeah.
almost
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah, when life loves rape. I'm kidding.
not as much
I
as
mean,
Days of Our Lives,
it's a good story, at least.
is it?
And we learn lessons. And we learn lessons. Well, no, it's
Yeah,
different. I mean, it rape's not
yeah. I
all the
mean, if
time
it's,
on
if it's,
soaps.
if it's Agnes Nixon's show, like it's kind of
Right.
they have that lesson
Yeah.
attached to it, unlike with Days, where they just do it for plot purposes.
Well, I mean, yeah, for story.
And then
Cord
everyone on that
talks.
show has been raped. Like that is weird.
Cord talks Tina up after she's very negative about herself. Maria's still there. She's worried about Cord and that he's going to be hurt from Tina because she just doesn't trust Tina. Maria blames Tina for everything that's going on here. Tina's like, it ain't my fault. I didn't do anything. She kind of tries to sway her that she cares about Cord and says all this stuff. Maria points out the lies that she's told because she has told some. And Maria clearly knows that they're lies because she knows the situation with Tina, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tina denies everything, but Maria says, just leave. Get out. Leave
Get
town.
out
We don't
now.
need you here. We don't need your kind in these parts. Um, Cord photographs Tina. They're having a good time. They're in like a barn.
Oh,
Tina, yeah, they were cute. Tina says she has to
they're
leave.
cute.
Cord's like, you can't leave yet. They have lots of cute scenes with them. It's just like a love at first sight situation, but Tina just can't admit
Yeah,
it
it is.
because she just feels like I think Tina feels like it's too good to be true, and she is scared.
And she
It's just the
can't
way she
take her
acts anyway,
eyes off of him.
and he can't her. Um, Cord
Let me
says he
sing the
can't
song.
let her go, and he says that he loves her, and she's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, and she like plays around. She's like, well, I gotta go, but I might stay. Tina calls Pam and tells her that she's staying for another day. Cord says he will be proud to take Tina home to Mama. He don't care what she thinks, and he just will deal
Mm-hmm.
with her fallout. Tina can't admit her
Yep.
feelings.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks it will all end, and that it'll be like it's like puppy love. Are you rubbing
No.
your ball?
Yeah, because there's like a dot on it. I don't know if it's like a. It's like there's a mark on it.
Oh,
It's
that's
weird.
not good if it's new.
Yeah, it's
Um,
refurbished, so I'm guessing it's there
uh,
for a reason.
yeah. Cord says that he loves her again, and she thinks she will hurt him, so she's trying not to. She's not saying it, and whatever. And who comes to see her in Texas?
Oh, not you,
Not your, what
Richard.
is it? Her uncle? Her cousin?
Cousin,
Her cousin Richard
cousin
comes.
lover.
He goes to
Think
see
Jonathan
Tina.
and Samuel Guiding Light.
in Texas. Tina says that Vicky hates her, and Richard wants her home though. And she said, I got to think about it. I don't know what I want to do."
Well, there was a little bit more to this.
Go
Um,
ahead, because that's all
there
I
was
got.
like there was she was saying like, "Well, you ignored me." It's like, yeah, he was like, "Yeah, because I had the newspaper to run. Like we had a big story." And she kept saying like this. He kept ignoring her.
Well, yeah, he was, because remember she was
Yeah,
going,
it was
she
the
kept going
story.
to him. But I mean, he was busy with stuff that was not about her,
Hmm.
so. And that's the thing. And Court's giving her like all the attention, but like she's afraid she'll hurt him because I think she actually does love him, whereas she doesn't really love Richard. I think she was just kind of like
Using him
Richard's, yeah.
in a
But
way.
in a way, yeah, not like in a where she knew, because I feel like that's Tina's thing. She doesn't know what she's doing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, but she was using him basically, like because he was like team her, and if you're team
Hmm.
her, then clearly she'll try to keep you around.
Hmm.
Um, but again, like she wasn't like doing what she's doing with Cord. Like they're very flirty and
Yeah.
having a good time and being cute. Besides the fighting, of course, with the attempted rapist.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know where this stuff is going. I'm assuming Cord will come home, or she's just going to stay in
Oh,
Texas for a
Landview.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But everybody's back from Vienna, so the Vienna story is ended. At
Yes.
least in Vienna, it still might continue in Landview. Um, with Craig still around, and Dirk calling him.
Yeah. I'm
So
wondering
that,
if like because I saw this promo. It was like maybe only 30 seconds
mm,
where Cord's already in town, and Tina's basically choosing between Cord and Richard.
oh
So if
really?
those are those next clips, I got a promo for you, Tommy. So for
Oh
your
yeah,
for our
I'm sure
promotional purposes.
it's probably coming soon. It might actually be
Yeah.
maybe with them in Texas.
Well, no,
That probably
it
would
looked like they were kissing in Landview in
in
the
Llanview.
promo.
Hmm.
Well, Tina and Richard. Blech.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I know. So I don't know where that story's going. I don't know. I guess Vicky's just going to concentrate on being pregnant now. I don't know what else she can do because she's
Mhm.
back in town. Um, I don't know what Dorian's story is going to be. If it's still going to be this her trying to bag this Jonathan guy. Um,
When does Mitch come in? Do you know?
I know it's the summer, so I'm
Okay.
sure that's probably Tina and Cord's next storyline. I would assume, and I guess Vicky too. I guess it involves her too. So it's probably like an
Yeah.
umbrella storyline for a few people.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to see. Um, but it's good. It's fun. I like it. I'm glad that they're out of Vienna. I had enough. It was like just the right amount. It was
Yeah.
like I'm good. Like if we had another 3 hours of Vienna, I'd probably be like, oh god, but it's over
Yeah.
happily.
It's enough. It's enough amount of time for Vienna.
Yeah, it was a good amount of time, and they used the space well. They were probably
Hmm.
there. I mean, they were probably there only a week, but it looked like they were there probably a few weeks the way it was filmed.
Yeah.
But they probably did film it all in a week. I'm sure they didn't spend that much money to stay there for
No.
multiple
No.
weeks,
No.
unless they sent them at different times. But I don't know.
Hmm.
I wonder how big the show was in Vienna, because you know how Bold and the Beautiful always goes to the big places that it's like popular in.
Yep. I think their last time
So
was in. They just aired the episodes. Oh my gosh. The week of Beyond the Gates, Welcome to the
Monte
Neighborhood.
Carlo,
Monte Carlo.
was it
Yep.
Monte Carlo?
No.
Yeah,
Wait.
Italy.
Or was it no? Was it Greece? No, because they were the Coliseum,
Mm-mm.
not the Coliseum. Was the one where Brooke was through the keyhole. That one. That was
Italy.
the
That
one
was
they were
Italy,
there.
wasn't it?
That was Monte Carlo.
No, that was Italy. Monte Carlo was
Yeah,
when
it was Italy. Yeah.
yeah, Monte Carlo was when uh Finn came back, right? Didn't Finn
Right.
like
Oh my gosh, I keep
that was
forgetting about
Monte
that.
Carlo.
Yes. Yes, when Steffi was like
How could
posing
you? We
like
saw that
like
flashback
Madonna in Vogue.
120 times.
Yes, I keep forgetting about that because it's like with Finn, and then she runs out the church, and then she swings
That's
into
like
his
now
arms.
the flashback we see now is the one of Steffi in the cage, which is fun to watch. But
Yes, it's
with
fun.
Luna,
Yes, a lot of fun.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to more seeing what the summer storylines are because we'll be approaching June, the next one.
Yep.
If it's proper, I don't know exactly when. I mean, we have a time frame, but I don't know if that's correct.
Yeah.
Um, eh,
Mm.
I know.
Uh,
um,
maybe.
yeah, but we'll see. Anything else to add about these One Life to Live episodes or movies?
So, so the clip that I saw that was in Michael Zaslow's memorial was when he had Jenny in his arm because Brent
Hmm.
Thayer was at that memorial at the soap opera awards, and
Mm,
he said, "Tell the world that David Rinaldi is." Oh my god, how did he say it? Tell the world David Rinaldi is back. I think something like that.
uh,
Yeah.
sad.
So for
I think I
those of you
remember
who
seeing
don't
that.
know, for those of you who don't know or are new to soap operas, Michael Zaslow died in late 1998, about December 1998, of Lou Gehrig's disease, otherwise known as ALS, which I cannot pronounce that, so just go with me. Look up Lou Gehrig's disease, you know exactly what the disorder
Yeah,
is. I think the last word in that S is sclerosis,
yeah,
but
probably. I'm not sure
yeah,
either. I
so
never looked it up, but they always
yeah,
still
but
call it, as far as I know, Lou Gehrig's disease. That's what I always
yeah.
heard it called.
So he comes back in early 1998 after being fired from Guiding Light. No, sorry, mid 1998, summer 98, after being fired from Guiding Light for contract. I don't want to say contracting. I think that's the wrong word for being diagnosed with ALS. It was a very shitty move in Procter and Gamble's part, but guess who got him rehired on One Life to Live? Just take a wild guess. Take a very wild guess.
Paul Roche? Roche? Paul
No,
Roche?
no, 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 not him. That's who got him fired. I
Oh,
think. Yeah,
sorry.
ironically enough. um,
Yeah, right. Oops.
Bill Farron Phelps.
Oh.
Yeah,
So she does some good things.
yeah, that's the one good thing I will give her.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us this time for more One Life to Live. Hopefully Derek will be with us next time.
Mr.
Because
Derek.
I'm sure he has more stuff to say about Tina and Cord. Because I think
Yeah.
that's his favorite couple, or Tina's his favorite character, at least that we know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and let us know. Did you watch One Life to Live back then? What did you like? Did you watch in 1986? I know we did have one commenter at one point did mention that she liked this stuff that was going on in this time period.
Oh,
I
thank you
know
for that.
I know we're losing a lot of characters soon too, as Derek said.
Mm.
Um, about 5 or 6, I think. But anyway,
Kathy's getting
let us
recast too,
know.
right?
And until next time, bye. Yes, Cassie will be
Bye.
recast. Bye.